Here at Lecom Park, spring training. Can't believe they sent us hooligans down here, and on St. Patrick's Day, no less. And we're joined now by new Pirates pitching coach Bill Murphy. Bill, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
So what's it been like, just broadly speaking, before we get into any of the specifics, but your first experience here with the Pirates organization? I mean, you got a pretty nice gift in Paul Skeens and really your entire staff, but how are things going so far?
Very enjoyable. People have been very welcoming, from the players to the coaches to the front office, and it's exciting to be a part of it.
How does it work with Donnie Kelly in you? Is it you have full control over the pitching staff and he kind of just lets you do it that way, or how much input does Donnie have on a day-to-day basis?
It's constant collaboration with myself and Donnie, and the great trait that Donnie has as a leader is he doesn't make you feel as if he's the manager. And we all understand that he is the manager, but the way that he talks to people and the way that he makes people feel and how special they are, it is amazing to be dealing with that on a daily basis, and that just creates constant interaction and him and I being on the same page.
Now, you've been a pitching coach for about 10 years. You've been in Major League Baseball coaching for about 15 years now. Like, what made you want to get into this side of things, and why specifically pitching coach was, up your alley?
So I never thought that I'd actually get a shot to be a coach in professional baseball. 10 years ago, when I first started, there weren't many people who were in professional baseball who hadn't played, right? I only played in college, so I thought my path was going to be in the college game. I always dreamed of being a Power 5 pitching coach. That's what it was. And then I got the opportunity to be with the Astros, and it opened my eyes to a number of different things. I had a lot of great mentors who I was around, and they really helped me grow into the person that I am today.
Then you go and you win a World Series. I mean, you're blessed with great talent, and we talk about it all the time. You look at all the quarterbacks who are in the Hall of Fame, and they've had good coaches. You look at all the good coaches who are in the Hall of Fame, they've all had good quarterbacks. But what do you think it was about you that was able to help those guys and yourself be able to win the championship?
Winning the World Series was special. There were a lot of other great coaches there as well. The main pitching coach, Josh Miller, who's a mentor of mine, who's been there for a number of years, he was a huge part of that, and it continues to be a part of that. But it's a symbiotic relationship where you try to help the players maximize their potential, live out their dreams, and by doing that, you hope that you're going to have a successful team because of that.
I like getting into the details of things. I asked Isaac Matson yesterday just about his training, getting ramped up for the season, his recovery as a pitcher. From your perspective, like, how individualized is your coaching method? Like, now I know that, Jared Jones is nursing an injury, so his is probably going to be a little bit different than everybody else, but from like Skeens to Keller to Bubba Chandler, like, how individually do you coach them, or is it all under the same roof and you kind of have the same mentality towards each guy?
It definitely is individualized, and it's an understanding of everybody needs to do something different to perform every fifth or sixth day, or in Matson's perspective, to be available to pitch, right? So it's, what can I do to allow you to feel good and ready to pitch when your name is called? Because that's what it's about, right? We are creating a pitching staff that has 13 pitchers, trying to create the best 13 pitchers possible that each allows us as a team to maximize our potential.
When you get to work with Paul, he is such a tireless worker, and it feels like there's a healthy competition between he and Bubba Chandler and Ashcraft and everybody that you have. How unique is that? Because it's a young group too, but they all feel like they can outdo each other next time through the rotation. How much do you just sit back and let that happen, or how much do you sort of try to foster that competition within those guys?
You definitely try to foster it. That's the competitiveness that you want, right? If Paul goes out and pitches really well, right, what's Mitch going to do that next day, right? And so on and so forth, like you just said. Or, for instance, if Matson's coming out of the bullpen and he throws a shutdown inning, right? Soto comes out, what's he going to do? Santana comes out, what's he going to do? And that's fun, right? We're competing against ourselves. Everything that we need to be successful from a pitching perspective is here. It's not somewhere else. It's here. It's in this building, and we know that.
So if you get a veteran, say you guys trade for a veteran pitcher, and they come in, will you tinker with that veteran at all? Like, will you have a different process towards a veteran that is coming in that is new compared to maybe somebody that you've had grown throughout the spring, or you just let them be them?
Great question. It comes down to what do they want to be, right? What's their desire? And if we see something that potentially could help them, right, it's our job as an organization to bring that to their attention. And they will have the ability to choose if they want to do it or not, if they want to try it or not. But I feel that people do want to get better. They want to improve. And if we are keeping information from them that we know potentially could help them, that's wrong. And to your original question, yes, you're going to have a conversation with somebody who's been in the major leagues for a number of years compared to somebody who they haven't been.
How about the catcher's role in everything? We just talked to Bubba Chandler, and what an outing he had the other day. And he said, Henry's just going fastball, 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 fastball. And I'm not shaking him off. It's working. How much was that just the preparation from Henry or what Bubba wanted to do or you? And how different is that than the regular season? Are in the regular season, I'm sure you're breaking down video of the opposition, things of that nature. Is that something that you do in spring as well?
To a degree, it varies team to team and where you're at each point of spring training. But from the pitching coach, pitcher, catcher relationship, it's extremely important, right? Because the catcher is the person who is calling the pitches during a game, and we need to be on the same page and make sure that what we are giving them from an information perspective is the same exact thing, because we need our pitchers to come out and feel confident in the plan that they're going to execute on a daily basis.
So how much is the preparation as a pitcher, film work and film study, like tendencies, things of that nature? And we talked a little bit before. I told you I played football, and that was a big deal, obviously, in football. You're always breaking down film, finding tendencies of a defensive lineman so I could, reach block or do whatever. So say you're playing the Yankees and you have Judge up and, like maybe a couple of years you had Soto up. Like, how much is that during, the day before, breaking down their tendencies and knowing that whenever they're up in the lineup, it's like, okay, I know that they crowd the plate, or I know that they're back in their stance. How much is that breaking down for each guy film-wise?
And some pitchers can remember what to do and others can, right? Some are very reliant on the catcher, and that's why having a good relationship with the catcher is very important. But it comes down to being prepared, right? In football, you want to be prepared for different situations, right? 1st and 10, goal line, third down, short. And from a pitching perspective, you want to do the same exact thing. Now, it's about being intentional and trying to predict what potentially could happen. And then you hope that when you're in the game, you know what to do. Or you can make the best decision possible to give yourself a shot to be successful.
The old classic, am I going to do what I do, or am I going to do what they can't do kind of deal? That sort of push and pull. One of the things that I was not shocked about, but blown away by when Skeens came up to the bigs was, okay, we knew he threw hard. We knew he had the array of pitches. We knew the stuff would play. But his ability to sequence, his ability to just think the game at a high level, have you found that to be the case with Paul? And I mean, for a guy that young to understand the tenets of pitching, it seems, I mean, you don't get that all that frequently. Even Randy Johnson came up and he had a tough time.
I think it's rare. It speaks to what Paul wants to do, the aspirations that Paul has. Because usually you see a power pitcher who doesn't have command of particular pitches or can't read hitters' swings, and that takes time. But in the short time that he's been in the major leagues, with the last 2 years, he's been incredibly successful. And I think it's in part because of the stuff that he has, but also in part of his ability to pitch and do different things that seems to take much longer for other pitchers.
Mm-hmm. Last couple of things for Bill Murphy here, Pirates pitching coach.
What do you think is the hardest pitch to teach?
Well, if you went off my playing career, every one of them.
Oh, you can't teach 102, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hard to teach 102. That's special.
You got guys, man. You got guys. You talk about you're building a staff of 13, and I can't remember the last time that we've talked about the club in spring training and how the heck are you going to get down to 13? Like, there have been days it's like, how are they going to bring 13 guys north? And now it seems the opposite. And as we all know, I mean, there's going to be bumps and bruises and performance, and guys will go down, guys will come up. I feel like you guys have a chance to have a bunch of good starters that won't all be here and a bunch of good relievers that are going to make hay at some point this year.
And that's the goal, to have as many options as possible. Depth over the course of a major league season is incredibly important. And you talked about the competition earlier. It's all about beating somebody out for a spot, competing every single night against your teammates, but in a positive way, not in a negative way. It's not about, man, I hope this guy's not successful. It's, I hope this guy's successful. So it puts pressure on me to now go out that next night and be better than that person. And when you have that, you have depth.
Harry, what was it, 13, 14, 15, the Shark Tank with Mark Melanson and that whole crew? They're going to be a nickname for you guys. Do you have one? Is there one for your group yet?
I do not have one, but that would be cool.
So I'm assuming you're Irish. I mean, you're New Jersey guy, Bill Murphy, dead giveaway with the Murphy. Do you do anything? Like, I feel like you're all ball. Like, were you able to go out and have a green beer or something last night?
No, I do a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
You're right. Nothing in regards to that. A lot of baseball, especially during spring training.
Love it. Nice. Well, Bill, we appreciate the time, man. This has been a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited for this year, and I'm excited for our fans to watch our pitchers compete on a daily basis. I can't wait for it.
Awesome.
I love that.
Love it.
I'm jacked up.
I know, me too.
Come on, Mets. Let's go. Where are the Mets at? A week from tomorrow.
That's right.
What day is it?
Yeah, today's Wednesday. It's a week from tomorrow, not today. You said today. Week from today.
Well, somebody did have a green beer last night.
Not you.
No, I did not. I turned in early. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill.
That's Bill Murphy, Pirates pitching coach.